And we're live.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Wayback stream. Here with Jack as per usual. And we're going to be finishing up coloring this little JC and Piper piece.
Mm-hmm.
I see K Master's already in the chat. How you doing, K Master? Hope you're doing good today. But yeah, we're just hanging out. Sorry if I sound a little different, guys. I am back in New York with my parents for a couple weeks. So the streams might sound a little dodgier than usual. Might sound a little more echoey. I have my mic. I just don't have my arm set up, basically. But I'm sure you guys will survive. It'll be fine. How are you doing, Jack?
I'm doing all right. It's Mothering Sunday today over in the UK.
It's what Sunday? Excuse me?
It's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day here in the UK.
Oh, in the UK.
Yeah. So.
Oh, happy Mother's Day in the UK.
Yeah, Mother's Day in the UK. Yeah.
You scared me. I was like, what do you mean it's Mother's Day?
I've realized actually, because I think Mother's Day is different for US and UK, but Father's Day, Father's Day is like the same day apparently, right? Is that right?
When's Father's Day in the UK?
That's a good question. I forget every time.
Is it in June?
I think it is in June.
If it's in June, then it's probably the same day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's June 21st.
Awesome. Amazing.
Okay, but for some reason.
Well, happy Mother's Day, UK Mother's Day.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to all the UK mums.
Make sure to watch the Mr. T Treat Your Mother Right music video. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jack?
Yeah. What a pick. Yeah. Yeah, my mom would love that. Yeah, thanks, Garen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I wish your mom a happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Oh my God, so funny, so funny. Well, so yeah, we're gonna be finishing this up today. Gonna be talking about maybe a couple things to talk about. Some movie stuff, some MomoCon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk a little bit about because we haven't really talked about just some stuff going on in the animation industry right now. We kind of hinted at it maybe 2 weeks ago when we were talking about like the fan bases and stuff like that. But that ended up leading into a deeper discussion about television animation right now, which I think would be an interesting thing to talk about. But yeah, I wanted to talk about. I saw Hoppers this week. I took my niece to go see it.
Cool. How was it?
Yeah, I had a good time. I mean, the movie wasn't the issue. There were some. It's so odd. My niece is definitely like a little off the wall, like a little all over the place. But for the movie, she was like sat and just watched.
Nice.
So I was just like, this is awesome. Like, she has popcorn, even though I keep taking it away. But no, she was having a blast. But there were like 7 or 8 girls next to us who their parents just dropped them off. Hey, Edmund, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. They just dropped them off, and they were like, yeah, they can all sit up here alone. And they were just running around the top area. They were like, what's crazy is my niece is like 6, and then they were all like 9 and 10, these other girls, and they were just running around like crazy. They were like, they had like the food wrappers that you kept hearing, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah, like I really don't like being the grouch in the back. Like, I'm 37, I'm just let them be kids. But like, there was a point where I was like, hey, can you guys be quiet? And they didn't, but it's okay. But the movie itself was I quite liked it.
Cool.
I know there was some internal issues with it in terms of the environmental message, but I felt like for what they had to do, I think they got the point across. I know, shoot, the director's name.
Is it Daniel?
The guy who didn't even... Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just make sure I got the name right.
Yeah.
Hoppers.
He behind.
Daniel Chong. Daniel Chong.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you
Yeah,
tell?
Daniel Chong did a really good job. I think this is one of the funnier Pixar movies, which, you know, isn't interesting to say because like they all have elements of humor in them, but this was like totally off the wall for Pixar. It was very weird. It was a very bizarre Pixar movie. And I just quite liked it. I thought it had elements of like Back to the Future in it too. Like, you know, it's the kind of like teenage college kid who knows like a doctor at their college or something, like a scientist at their college, and there's literally like a scene where she bursts in the beginning and she's just like, Doc, and like the professor's like, I don't go by Doc. I thought that was kind of cute and funny. I thought the stuff with the animals was real. I mean, like I thought it was all really cute. The animals were really well designed. I like how they all had their own personalities. I didn't realize this, but my friend informed me because I was amazed to see his name in the credits. Steve Purcell is a voice in this movie, and Steve Purcell is the creator of Sam and Max. So I was shocked to see him as a voice in the credits. He played the amphibian king, the frog king. So I just thought that was really interesting. The voice cast was pretty great. You know, Bobby Moynihan as the king of the mammals, the Beaver King or whatever. George, was his name George? Hang on. I think so. Let me see. Hopper's characters. Oh my god. King George, yes, King George. I liked him. I liked the girl who played Mabel. It is weird because now there's 2 Disney characters named Mabel. Wonderful. But yeah, like I thought they were all really good, and you know, Dimitri Martin gets a little cameo, which I thought was cute because he was on We Bare Bears. He plays like a group of birds, which is funny.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I quite liked it.
Nice.
Yeah. I know you don't have much to say because you haven't seen it, but
yeah, sorry. I mean,
yeah. What did you think from the trailers?
Well, it definitely seemed like a much more. I mean, I was concerned at first because I was gonna be like, is this gonna be like annoying funny, or is this gonna be like an attempt to be like a bit more? Because it definitely looked zany, and you know, from like the teasers that I saw in terms of like, because you listen to the plot first and be like, you know, this sounds like a bit of a silly plot, but then it's like, no, this is probably, you know.
They're saying something. I think they're saying something about like environmentalism and stuff like that. And like I said, I know it was watered down from what it was originally supposed to be. But I still think regardless of that, it still has some good points to make about like how we need to connect as humans, and then also like consider like the animals' lives at the same time. There's a nice like we're all in this together kind of vibe for it. Could you just give me 1 second, Jack?
Yeah,
I'll be right back. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like I was going to say actually about the films, because I mean, it's typical for first impressions anyway. When I when I saw it in terms of the trailers and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this looks like it's gonna be, you know, I don't know. It just like this is gonna be loud, abrasive. You know, these are the kind of films that kids are into nowadays. It's very typical of me to be like at first because the trailer was initially selling it to me, but then of course more trailers came out, and then you know, I started to get a bit more into it in terms of like, okay, this I'm seeing like where it's going kind of thing, and this actually could be really funny. And then of course you find out that he's old, and, you know, in terms of like the creators behind and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know what, this is in good hands. Like, yeah, I trust actually this film's actually going to be quite a good, you know, bit of fun. And
yeah.
And
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean,
I was listening to you.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to like just talk to chat about it. But I mean,
no, it's cool.
I was going to say in general, it's just in terms of like, you know, my impressions of it definitely, fortunately, changed in terms of like once I knew who was involved and
yeah, I think once I realized it was going to be, you know, the creator We Are Bears, that I realized that there was going to be much more of a comedy than your typical Pixar thing. It's going to be a little wackier and zanier. And it is. There's a scene that I will not spoil that is probably one of the craziest things I've seen in a Pixar movie. So get ready for that.
Okay, great.
But yeah, Edmund Garcia says what I like about Piper is the fact that she's voiced by Brittany Lauda. Yes, she is. Brittany's wonderful. Who also voices Saki from Girlfriend's English dub as well. I'm not familiar with Girlfriend, although I should probably be because Brittany is in it. I need to catch up on anime stuff. Jack, what was the last anime you sat down to watch?
Ooh, I mean, I can think of the one that I enjoyed. Like I watched like the whole 2 seasons of it. You know, when I sat down and watched it all in one row. It was the Apothecary Diaries.
Oh yeah, we talked about this last time.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Not last time, but maybe like 2 or 3 streams ago.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely been a while since I've actually sat down and watched a proper I guess like an anime, a new anime series. I don't know. There's one. Which ones I'm like eager to like interested in. It's been a while since I've.
I will say on the and we could tie it back into Maddie, who voices JC. I was on the plane over to New York, and they had what was it called? Oh my god, I'm losing my Trigun, the new Trigun.
Yes.
Or the new-ish Trigun, because it came out I think 3 years ago now. But Maddie is in that. She plays. Who did she play? Zazie the Beast in the new Trigun, who's that like kind of the collective of bugs, basically.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to see her performance in that. I think it'd be pretty cool. But I was gonna watch it, and then I realized I didn't have headphones. I did have headphones, but they were in my backpack.
Okay.
And yeah, and they were so deep in my backpack, and I was tired. I'm like, ugh, I'll just, it's fine. I'll get them later. But yeah, definitely go check out Trigun as well. I think I watched like the first 10 minutes of it at a con, like back when it, right before it dropped. But I need to sit and watch it because, you know, 1 for Maddie, and 2 because Trigun. I mean, I love the original Trigun, so I definitely want to check it out.
I definitely need to catch up on Frieren because the new season's out recently, so I need to catch up with the new episodes of that. I'm hoping it's just as good as the first season anyway. And I'm sure it will be anyway. And I feel like the fantasy right now in anime is really hot stuff right now.
Yeah, I've noticed between that and like, is Delicious in Dungeon over, or is it still going?
No, that's still going. The next season's right now in production, or rather, it's going to be coming out soon. One of the two. Next season's confirmed anyway. So, and that first season was great. So yes, looking forward to that. There's this year also. There's one about the witch hat. Something really great. With
okay, I haven't heard of this one.
There's that. Well, it's greatly anticipated because apparently the manga is apparently very good, and
Which hat? Atelier?
Yes.
Atelier?
yes,
Okay, gotcha.
that's one's been very anticipated. My friends are trying to convince me as well to check out the live action One Piece show as well, which I will. You know, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a miracle, right? Like
Yeah.
how good it's been doing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, every time I see the trailers for that, I'm just like, I'm stunned how actually fun this looks. You know, because it's unapologetic upon like realizing what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it just embraces it. You know, it's very much like, I mean, my first impression was like, man, this feels like almost Spy Kids, kind of like, you know.
Yeah, like it has that kind of like silliness to it.
Yeah, that's what I felt about it. So, and I mean, you know, and saw this series 2 trailer, and I was just like, okay, this is definitely getting more and more fun. So I'm really eager to like, I should settle down and watch it eventually anyway. So. So my friends can be like, I'm talking about One Piece with me. I'm just like, because you know,
Yeah,
I
totally.
know only so much about One Piece.
I mean, the fact that they have the original author kind of involved with some of the development of it is probably for the best.
That's great. Really cool.
I sincerely can't believe it's like the same production team that did the Cowboy Bebop one, because like,
Yeah.
and here's the thing about the Cowboy Bebop one. I think separated from the original anime, the Cowboy Bebop live action show isn't terrible. I just think it's coming from such a pedigree that when you compare the two, it is kind of like, ooh, that stinks.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer because I was excited because I was like, oh, they're kind of gonna do like a Batman 66 like silliness thing. And they don't really ever commit to that. I felt like they didn't really go full out with it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know people were kind of hating on that poor kid who was playing Ed, and I was like, oh, come on, they didn't do anything wrong. They were just like they were just told to play a certain role. I mean, listen, I have a soft spot for kind of how they did her. They made her look like I know people were comparing her to like, oh, she looks like a character from like a Nintendo 64 like magazine ad, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool though. But I think Ed is just a character that is very hard to do in live action.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that kid's fault at all, and I feel really bad for them because they were so excited to play them. So it's been a bummer. But yeah, I don't know. It stinks, but I'm glad that One Piece, they seem to have cracked the code. It took them a while. They had to get through Death Note and Cowboy Bebop, but they finally did it. It's interesting to see the progression. I think it's interesting to see the progression from like Adam Wingard's Death Note, which is very much like, you know, the very Americanized take on an anime property. And I think Adam Wingard's like a decent director. I mean, I know people like You're Next, and he's done some other movies that people seem. And I think he did the first Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong or whatever. Right. So like, I think he's like a decent director, but I think he kind of got, unfortunately, like, you know, it just wasn't the right time. I think the elements really weren't there for that to really soar. But then Cowboy Bebop was like a step in the right direction visually, at least. But script-wise didn't quite work. But now, like I said, I think they realize, okay, fans want us to work with the original creators. They want us to do like a faithful adaptation of these comics. They want it to be wacky and fun, but also kind of have heart. And I feel like they figured that out with One Piece, which is really cool in my opinion. So that's awesome. But I'll definitely check it out. We have some chats. I was catching up on Spy X Family. And currently on season 1, episode 17, the dub was amazing. I've heard the dub is really good. I've heard nothing but fun things about Spy X Family. So another one I have to check out. I know that's like one of the really popular anime right now. K-Master says the live action One Piece is really good. I love the cast. I think of the live action like how you think of like Toku shows. I could see that. That makes sense to me, for sure.
What Toku shows?
Like kind of like Sentai and stuff, like more like Ultraman, less Sentai, like more Ultraman. I guess Sentai is in there as well.
Okay.
Kind of like that, where it's supposed to be kind of silly, but like it has like a heart. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I think it's interesting, kind of, because like our impression of Toku shows and Sentai shows is like Power Rangers and stuff like that. Which, I mean, it's written for kids. Those adaptations.
Yeah.
But I always felt like they tried their best to actually get storylines in there. I always felt like they tried to, expand upon the characters in the American versions, like they do their own versions of the characters and stuff. Totally different from what it is in Japan, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, I always feel like there is like a level of like, hey, we respect the audience on a certain like level with the Power Rangers stuff. Although then they merchandise the hell out of it. Like that's where they get you. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
I feel like that always kind of like, obviously, I feel like people were more mad at like the advertising than the show itself with Power Rangers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I always felt, because it was very Jack. I feel like I mean, obviously, I mean, you're in your 30s, so like,
yeah. No, of course
you remember Power Rangers well enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, that it worked. I always wanted like a Megazord. And my parents never got me one because obviously they saw it as just like, you don't need you don't need us like that. I was like, man, but like you get them all and you combine them together, and it's like, because so it clearly worked. In terms of like, I think that, I mean, some of it was cool merchandising. I don't know, but yeah, I can understand how it's very like oversaturated and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to dress up like that, that's a cool aspect in itself anyway. But
oh yeah, totally.
I
just always kind of going back. They tried their best. I think with the show, the movie is not so much, but the show, I always felt like there was a decent level of respect for the audience. Like they, some of it had to be kind of reduced to like, don't pollute and stuff like that, but like, or eat your vegetables, or, some of it had to be reduced to that. But like, I think as it went on, specifically, I think when they got to like In Space, I feel like they tried to kind of expand it more into a character-based show rather than like the gimmick of them being superheroes. So In Space, I think, is where it kind of peaks for me personally, but like, I know people love Time Force is pretty cool, actually. That was the one where like they're all from the future and they're living in the modern day. That one's kind of cool.
I will say when he's saying like, it peaked when they were in space, like that for me, that's like such a funny sentence in terms of like, the Power Rangers
because
itself.
It sounds like them jumping the shark too.
Yeah. Well, it just feels like,
it's funny because it's like a literal, like, it peaks because you can only go as high as space.
Yeah.
But also like it's when most shows would jump the shark.
Yeah. They were transforming super fighting beings and stuff like that, and they had Megazords, and then it's like, but no, that's all cool and all, but like when they went into space, that's when it like it reached the high, the high tide. So, yeah. I mean, I'm aware of the original kind of series and run. But like, I think I really got into it, or rather, the series that I think I got into it when it was like, when it was on like, when I really got into it, I guess, in terms of like, it was right after it. So it was like, it was Wild Force, I think, and then the one after it as well, and I remember, I think I remember like, I don't know how old I was anyway, but I remember SPD as well. I think I fell off after SPD. So,
and it's still going, I think, right? These are still going.
I think so. Although I did hear that it like kind of end originally, or like I don't know, something's ended within the original series or something like that. I don't know, but
Cosmic Fury was the last series. That was 2023.
Right. Okay.
Only 10 episodes. Wow.
Not to be confused with Dino Fury.
Not to be confused with Dino Fury, which is even more confusing because it's Cosmic Fury and then there's a dinosaur logo at the bottom.
They didn't do their notes for that one. It's like, oh shoot.
There are Dino Fury characters in this. It looks like it's a continuation of Dino Fury.
Okay.
In space? Cosmic Fury? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, they brought back Lord Zed for this?
What?
And Billy? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Interesting. People are, I'm sure, enthralled with us talking about Power Rangers.
It's all news to me.
I was more of a Beetleborgs guy. Some of the knockoffs are really funny in retrospect.
Okay.
Not knockoffs, but like they would go to other Sentai and like and take their things. Or other
Heavily inspired. Yeah.
Yeah. Other Toku shows. Yeah.
What's the one that looks like it's like a man who has like a wasp helmet? What's that
Masked
one?
Rider. Oh, you talking about Kamen Rider?
Is that Kamen Rider? Oh, is that because he's on the motorcycle? Yeah.
Yeah. So that was adapted into. Well, there's 2 different Kamen Rider series in America. I was not aware of the second one. The first one they tried to backdoor pilot from Power Rangers, in '95. So that was like Masked Rider.
Right.
And that one is it's something.
Geez. Okay.
It's like an alien prince comes to our planet. He doesn't quite understand what's going on, but he's gonna save us. And I just thought it was so funny because I forgot. I watched the intro. I think I hadn't thought of it in years, and then I watched the intro for it, like I think in 2018 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, okay, this is coming back to me. And then I memory hold something from that series, which was this character, Furbus, which is his little alien pal, which is I don't know how to describe what this character is. Linked him though.
Oh, did he? Okay, let me see. Furbus. Oh, okay. I mean, it fits the description. It looks like a digivolved Furby. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but this is like 4 years before Furby.
Yeah, it really. Oh wow, maybe Furby ripped it off then. I don't know. Because it's got the beak and it's got the little ears and the crazy brow. Like, did it talk or did it make noises?
He makes noises.
Oh, okay.
He was played by Vern Troyer, who you might know as Mini-Me from Austin Powers.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, was that his first role as well? We all got to start somewhere.
Yeah, probably one of his first roles, I'd imagine. Here he is. He's giant.
Great. I'm just showing chat right now.
Chat is leaving in droves after.
Yeah.
Question: since we're closer to May, are you too excited for Glitch's Gameverse pilot? Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm excited that Ross is getting to do this thing that he's wanted to do for years, and I'm happy he's finally doing it. It's pretty cool.
Well, I remember like the original, because it was original series on Newgrounds, and I remember it's been so while since I've watched it as well. But like I remember it going. I knew he wanted to make it like a bigger series, and I think obviously back in the day you would think, oh, you just gotta pitch it to a TV series, like companies and stuff like that, and hopefully it'll get funding to actually make it and stuff like that. But of course, since nowadays it's all, you get your funding through indie, doing it independently now, because it's the most easiest way, and through other indie companies and whatnot. It looks like Glitch, that you hit it off really well with Glitch, and I'm really hoping that. I'm hoping it. Yeah, I mean, I'm trepidatious because I really hope that it's an idea that's aged well from like how he originally when he thought it up.
I was thinking about that too. Hang on 1 second.
No, it's always.
Sorry, just found something. I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that too because like the idea of kind of like, the retro gaming throwback, it feels like something that's kind of more out of like 2010 or the 2010s, because that's when that was getting really popular, like that kind of style, or that kind of concept rather.
Yeah.
But Ross is really talented, so I think regardless of whether something is kind of like, by these points considered like a retro style now to kind of go into that kind of concept, I'm sure Ross will pull it off. They're all Ross is Australian, correct?
Yes.
Okay, they're all Australian, so they're all the Glitch is Australian and Ross is Australian. They'll all be good. No, I was kidding.
Wait, I didn't know that actually. I forgot that shit. Glitch is based in Australia.
Yeah, Glitch is it was created in Australia.
Oh.
They seek grants from the Australian government, which I think is a really cool way to kind of get your stuff done.
That's so smart.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point they're pretty, I would assume, are kind of like more than good with the merch sales, so I'm sure they're fine.
Oh, sure.
But no, I'm sure they had a lot, like, in terms of, like, you know, I'm sure I totally forgot where I was going with this. No, I was just saying they were all Australian, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they're doing fine now money-wise because obviously the successes of their show and the merchandising.
Because all the merch and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're kind of past the point of seeking the government grants, but I know that helped them kind of get off the ground. So that's obviously a really smart way to do that. I know that there's stuff like that in the UK and Canada as well. But we do not have that in America, or not much really. And it's really hard to kind of get anything going in America, which is why we rely more on crowdfunding here. Although, you know, I've seen people from all over the world do crowdfunding, but in some countries it's just easier, or just more grants are more attainable if you have the right connections, I think. In other countries, which is cool. I think everybody should take advantage of something your country is giving to you. But yeah, good for Ross. Excited to see where it goes. Is it coming out in May? That's how soon. I thought it was coming out a little later, but that's cool that it's so close.
I knew it was this year. I had no idea when this year. So if it's coming up to that Glitch event, then I'm very I'm definitely eager to check it out. I'm very curious. I mean, it's funny although mentioning Glitch because I'm very curious upon like how the Digital Circus is going to sort of like, and I granted all the fandoms like trying to figure out like how this show's going to end and stuff. And
for sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Gary. I've been like quite curious in terms of like myself upon like how this show will end, because originally it's for me at like first glance it's like the funny, wild, you know, in your face kind of show that's that has this sort of like dark undertone and whatnot, and that's
sure. But now it's become more like meditative, I feel like.
Yeah. I think it was when Gooseworks, right? That's the name of the creator. When Gooseworks tweeted that the last episode that came out, when they said that it was going to be the one that kind of split the fandom, that kind of made my eyebrow kind of go up, because I was very like, oh, okay, interesting. And I kind of like that, because it was just like, oh, okay, this is going to be... Do
you like when shows like take chances like that, where it's just like... It's they took a shot in the dark, and it's like, not a shot in the dark, but they took a calculated risk. Not even calculated. I would say it's more like they just did what they wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
Like they just kind of like, the Gooseworks was like, cool, like, well, now this is happening and deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, and it is not like a choice that it's a creator driven choice and not like a studio mandate, basically.
If it turns on the head of like what the show is, then it onto something that kind of like changes the perspective of the show, then I'm kind of more intrigued into it, because it's like, for me, it was like when obviously from the pilot, it was like, okay, I know what the show is, and I kind of see where it's going. Like Poppy's going to try and find an escape, and it doesn't happen, unfortunately, or like all these zany things happen and stuff like that for each episode, because obviously all these things happen. And then it seems to be right now we're on the kind of we're coming up to the conclusion now where some major plot points are happening, and it's affecting not only the characters as a whole, but also just like how they see things in the environment and stuff like that. So now I'm at a point where I'm just like, okay, where will this go? Because it seems to be hinting at a lot of things, and I wonder how much it's going to be, how much it's going to reveal in terms of like where, because we don't know like still like what or where these characters are exactly. Like how it's like what is the Digital Circus, and who are these characters originally? So it's
we haven't really gotten a whole lot of backstory on who they are, where they're from yet. They do give you a little bit. They give you a little bit in the episode where they're kind of going off on on their own adventure, like the random adventures, like all the ones that are like different, kind of like the one there's like 4 or 5 adventures in like one episode.
Yeah.
So I'm too. I'm interested to kind of see how they're able to kind of tie that all together.
Mhm.
But no, I think, like, regardless of what somebody might think of the show, like, Glitch is giving people the chance to, like, actually tell their stories, and they're not, like, interfering with, like, hey, you can't do this, or you can't, like, they're taking full advantage of the fact that it's on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's really cool. Edmund Garcia says, I like how indie animation replaced mainstream cartoons. My examples are Hell of a Boss and other one of Glitch's projects. It's interesting because I feel like, like, I this can kind of go into something that I feel like we didn't talk about. It happened last week, but I might as well talk about it now. But I was gonna say Matt Brawley, who we've talked about before, creator of Amphibia and everything. He was talking about how, like, theatrical animation is kind of like in a renaissance right now, but television animation is like not quite that. It's kind of like dying out pretty hard right now because of obviously ad revenue and streaming stuff. They can't quite figure out how to make them coalesce. I mean, listen, it's gonna sound like a step backward, but maybe we kind of need to do it. But, like, I do think we need to look at Tubi right now, and be like, hey, they run commercials on their things, and that's how they're doing really well. And I think, it's interesting. I feel like these a lot of these bigger companies don't want to go back to commercials, and they want to make commercials like a penalty for not paying as much into a streaming service. And I think that's kind of like, this is not good thinking. I feel like all these streaming services should probably be free with ads. I think the issue, the whole thing with cable and television was, like, you would get basic channels for free, right? Like, that's how it was back in the day. You would get your basic channels for free. You would get your TV hooked up, and you wouldn't have to pay a cable bill. It would literally just be, you get like 4 or 5 channels. You get like ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, UPN, and the WB, and those would be your 4 or 5 channels, or 5 or 6 or whatever. And then if you wanted more, you would pay for premium cable. But that whole thing was like, well, okay, I'm paying for premium cable, but I'm paying to have the box in my house. And that's what that was. And now that we've gone to streaming, it's like, okay, well, now we don't need the box anymore. So why can't all these services be free? And then you run ads and then you make your money. I actually don't mind ads during things. I get up and, like, cook or go to the bathroom or something. Like, it's fine. I don't need, like, ad-free television, I feel like, as much as other people do, I guess. It's more, ad stuff is more annoying to me on YouTube videos for some reason. I don't know why specifically for YouTube videos, but in long form content, I don't mind, like, a quick break as I'm watching something, I guess. But yeah, I feel like we should just go back to ads. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, wasn't that just cable again? I'm like, yeah, but that worked. Like, that's just, like, that worked, and everybody was doing really good, and, like, everyone was able to make their money back on things. You were able to sell toys and merchandise and all this stuff. But now it's just like, we don't know how to make ad revenue on streaming, and it's like, well, it sounds like maybe you need to consider getting rid of subscription fees and going to a commercial model, because Tubi's getting all the best press right now. And we could talk about that a bit too, like, just how Tubi is just like, yeah, we'll take all your stuff, Cartoon Network, and we'll put it on our thing. I'm sure you saw that, right, Jack? Or,
I did, yeah.
Tubi is like, hey, we have all these amazing Cartoon Network shows now.
Yeah, it's great.
I think that's where they need to step to. And if Tubi comes out with some kind of annual report where they're like, hey, our Cartoon Network shows did amazing on here, maybe we'll start commissioning full-on animation now. And I know they have done a couple of animated shows. I know they did that Freak Brothers show, which I have not watched, but I know it has, like, a crazy cast. It's like Pete Davidson and John Goodman or something.
Oh, cool.
So, like, they're trying different things, but I just think they need more proof that cartoons are profitable for them, and, like, they can succeed on their platform. Because I remember when HBO Max dropped, like everybody was going crazy about the fact that like they had all the old Cartoon Network shows on there. Like everyone loved that, and then they just took them all off, and I was like, well, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's because they don't want to pay the royalties for the animators. Like they don't want to pay out certain royalties. So I don't know, man. Like I just think we need to go back to maybe commercials at this point, because like if it ensures that the cartoons are going to keep getting made and that the animators are going to get paid and nobody has to worry about any kind of like overspending, I'm fine with it. Like I'm totally cool with watching commercials as long as it means that more stuff gets made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think even then though, I also think that in terms of like if they want to like make us interested in commercials, I think they really need to
make better commercials.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you know, like make something that actually, you know, and I mean, it's funny because obviously when we did that commercial stream and stuff like that, you kind of like realize how many, you know, there's some really like obviously some like simple stuff in there, of course, in terms of like how to sell the project and stuff like that, and then there's like these really madcap, insane ones that, you know, that might be selling something ridiculous that don't fit the tone, but at the same time you're still talking about it like from this day and stuff like that. You know, you wonder like,
oh yeah, we kind of talked about that during the commercials like we watched, where it's just like some of these were really memorable. And I don't know, they actually had, I remember I took a film course like my first year in college, and we saw like a Disney Christmas commercial that Penny Marshall, who's a very, you know, famous director, she did like A League of Our Own and Big, and like she's done like a bunch of crazy movies. She directed like this really cute Disney holiday commercial, and our professor was like, you can bring art to anything you make, even an ad. Like, and that was like a lesson. I was like, yeah, no, that's why I kind of started getting into commercials more as like an adult. I was just like, these retro commercials are really fun and interesting to watch. But now everything is so sanitized and streamlined, and like, just buy our products. Like, don't even, like, we're not gonna bother making this artistic ad. Like, just buy our product.
Look, Samuel L. Jackson's in this one. Isn't that funny? It's like, well,
yeah.
But... and he was also in this one though, so it's like, what makes it different than that one? You know, so it's, you know, yeah, it's like, you know, I'd have. You just want to push a little bit of effort in, you know, kind of thing. You know, it goes a long way. You know, that's the thing.
We can get back on that in a second. Edmund Garcia says, "I like how Piper's shirt and hair makes her look like Lois. Just a little detail that Jax is."
Shit, you're right. I didn't even notice. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, we can't go with this color then. Oh, shoot, you're right.
Horses here.
Hey, JC, remember the time?
I was thinking about Family Guy recently, and I think the Family Guy works for me. I think Instagram Reels is the perfect place to watch Family Guy.
Yeah, short bursts, sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I appreciate Family Guy way more as an Instagram Reels thing than I do as a full-on show. It makes me appreciate the writing of the flashbacks more. I don't know why that works that way, but it does. Whereas like I feel like The Simpsons I could always watch. You're changing the color of the
yeah. Edmund, thank you Edmund, but like screw you, man. No. I'm kidding. But yeah.
Don't be mean to Edmund.
No, you're right. No, he's right. He's just doing his teal color suits Piper well. It does, but now I am gonna think of Lois now with that setup. So we can't. No. Don't worry, I'll think of another color. We can save this.
I love how the redhead gene just runs through this entire family. Like all of them are redheads. That's really funny to me.
Yeah, I mean it's the you're forgiven, Edmund. Don't worry. Was there's no consensus in terms of like when you were designing the characters that, you know, that JC's family was all. I mean, JC was a redhead, and then I guess it's all genetics in the end, isn't it? So all the brothers are like redheads as well. And...
I just wanted a family of kind of like Irish kids.
Okay.
No, I don't know where it necessarily came from. I mean, I know the big family thing came from my my parents. My dad has 6 brothers and my mom has 6 sisters. So that's where that came from. But the redhead thing might have come from my friend Keaton, who he was like the one redhead in his family. I'm like, would it be funny if you were all redheads? So it might have come from that, but also like I just think this redhead is aesthetically pleasing in animation, in my opinion. I don't know why, it just is. Like I'm not gonna question it too much. It just looks cool, so I'm like, more redheads, that'd be fun. So yeah, that's kind of where that came from. What a fun detour that was, though.
Well, who is it? Which side do you think in terms of JC's parents? Is it like from her mother's side or her father's side?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I think it probably comes from her dad, honestly.
Okay.
I think her dad, because like it would be her dad's brother or dad's sister is Piper's, parent. It's funny because like you're just giving her a blue shirt now.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. We saved it.
Yeah.
What teal?
Tina. The horse. Have you seen that edit of it's the Superman animated series and they put
Yes. Yeah. So funny. So well done.
Oh my god. I'm priceless.
Well, it's like just because obviously Lois Lane and just like it all interconnects and stuff like that.
He must have been watching Superman. It's like, oh hey, her name is Lois. I could put a Family Guide up to this, but just like it wasn't just that. It's all the other stuff he thought about in the process. It's like, okay, well, what else can I do to make this crazier? And it's like, okay, well, the Homer is now Bizarro. And then, which is so funny. And then, Gilbert Gottfried is already Mr. Mixel-Spitlick, and they say Gilbert Gottfried at one point.
Yeah.
And then just the Coach McGurk is the thinker is amazing. I love that because his name is McGurk in the. That's so funny. That's so funny.
It sounds like you're kind of reenacting like how he thought of it. It's like, oh, we can have this and this and this. It's like,
that's
oh my
what
God.
I'm saying because I can follow his thought process. It's so funny. It's so funny. But not only that, but what else was there? There like just like the Adam West is Batman. I mean, that's almost like too obvious, but in a good way. But it's like the dubbing is really good. He clearly messed with the lip flaps a little bit, which is really funny. Just funny stuff all around. I love creativity like that on the internet. That is like. That's not a YouTube poop, but I feel like it's almost like coherent, like a coherent one in a way.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's so funny. I recently tried some I mean, I won't go into context upon why I did it, but it was like I did some I tried my own attempt at some was it I guess it's speech mixing, in terms of when you have someone's audio. Or you have the audio of someone speaking, and then you're trying to make other words out of that audio. So you're trying to say the words drop out of someone saying these words that don't have any it doesn't contain the word drop, but you can try and make it by getting a d and a ch, and trying to cut them up to make it into one word. I tried that, and it's man, I don't know how these YouTube poopers do it because they are pros in terms of when it comes to sentence mixing and arranging all these it's the Ling, the Faces of Evil, when it's characters that have so minimal dialogue and then they just make full-on songs or sentences out of it and stuff like that. It's how the hell do you do it? Because I just tried that with doing 1 or 2 words. I'm gosh, it took me half.
It's tricky. It's really tricky. Yeah.
So my respect for YouTube poopers have gone way up since trying that out for myself. Because wow, they really, it's not easy.
It's an art. It's an art form.
It is an art. Yeah.
It's almost like a trade to know how to do that.
I wish that was a trade.
I'm sure some people are making money off of YouTube.
Oh,
Poop.
no.
I feel like there has to be.
Well, I mean, it's remixing existing material, so I guess
Yeah.
the only thing to support would be like from like obviously if they have a Patreon or something to like support them through that, then that's understandable. I don't know if there's anything that's the thing I think about the when The Things did that reanimated of the Prisoner 24601. They did a reanimated version of that YouTube poop, of their YouTube poop, and like had people guest to do shots of that YouTube poop and reanimate each section. And I think they got money through that, obviously, because obviously it was based upon existing material, but it was remixed in a way that's like replacing the copyrighted material. So I wonder if that counted. So, granted, that was also a crowdfunding campaign as well to charity, so I think all the funds of that went to obviously charity and stuff, which is cool.
Sure.
So I don't know. I can't really think of like. It would probably be hard to get around copyright either way if you're doing YouTube anyway. So
yeah. I feel like that's a thing that you could make maybe a career of, being a guest at cons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then showing off your stuff, your like art installations at con. And that's the one thing. I feel like there has to have been somebody who figured out like, well, if I do this as like an art installation, I can make money off it being an exhibit. Because I feel like at this point it is like this kind of counterculture art.
Sure.
I feel like somebody must have thought like, hey, like I can get around the copyright thing.
Yeah.
So Edmund also followed up. I love YouTube poops. My favorite YouTube poop makers are Hour of Poop, MP Carlson, Crobo, and Flying Kitty. I know
Nice.
Crobo. Crobo is like one of the one of the oldest, not oldest, but like one of the most. We've talked about Fresh Prince a lot.
Yeah. Our
my
poop is his work is stunning. Their work is stunning, rather. I think it's a team. Just very British as well. Very most British YouTube poops you'll ever find, especially with like making like YouTube poops out of like classic films like The Train. What's not Train? What's the name of it? What is it? What's the name of it? It was remade awfully by Tom Hanks starred in it. The remake of it.
What? Oh, is it a recent movie?
No, they did a remake in I think 2000.
Polar Express?
No, it was
It's the train movie?
The original starred Alistair Slim, like the actor.
Hang on. Tom Hanks remakes. There's The Post, the Lady Killers. No, a man called
Lady Killers. That's it. Yes, sorry, the Lady Killers.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a Coen Brothers movie too.
What is? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. But yes. So yes, the original version of that. It makes an entire YouTube poop out of the original,
Oh, I think I've seen. Okay, yeah.
But it
I think I've
incorporates
seen
Thomas the Tank Engine into it as well, and it's just like it's almost like a feature in itself. Anyway, it's like 10 minutes long, and it's like, how the hell did it like kept me captivated about the whole thing, even though it was like really ridiculous and
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, our poops videos are great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me see. I love whenever Vinny is watching commercials. He'll have like the auto poop generator or whatever on, and it just makes after each and every one he's like, well, that was awful, because they're just like there's no like logic to the flow of any of it. It's just chaos. Oh my god, so funny. But yeah, kind of getting back to the whole streaming making commercials better is just like, I think like definitely a way we can maybe win people back to them. Yeah. Listen, people have always been kind of annoyed by commercials. Like that's just always been a thing.
Yeah.
But there used to be like good commercials. Like people, I remember Jack, you were getting very annoyed with the Taco Bell constantly trying to sell you on their food, with the not the food, the little Chihuahua
Oh.
plushes.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I was like, oh, I'm good. You know. So.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I was thinking.
I didn't realize how big of a phenomenon it was over there for you guys.
Okay, so yeah, that little Chihuahua was a massive ad campaign over here. He kind of overtook culture for like a couple years.
Sure.
But that's Carlos Alrazaki,
Yes.
the voice of Rocco, as the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
But no, I think we just need more stuff like that, because like we've been kind of coasting on like Flow from Progressive for like almost like 15 years now.
Yeah.
I think we need to get new ad people. I miss the kind of weirdo 2010 like 2000s ads. I miss the
Sure.
like the berries and cream Starburst guy, which I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wonderful ad.
Yeah.
That one I missed the and then there were like some real like just like shots in the dark to see if something would work, and it kind of did, like the Spung Monkeys for Quiznos. I don't know if you've seen those, Jack.
Spin monkeys for quiz.
I'll get a picture of them.
Okay, cool, sure.
I'm gonna
is it-
show them to you. You're gonna be like, these nightmares.
Okay.
Here. Oh, gotta get a better quality than that.
Those caveman, right? There's the caveman, right? In that.
Yeah, the Geico Cavemen.
Geico
which
Caveman, that's right.
They, believe it or
Comes to
not, they
mind.
tried to spin off into a show.
Yes, I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah. The show did not do very well.
Mm.
I don't think the idea was bad. I think maybe exploring some of the themes was kind of misguided, because there were
Sure.
like, oh, people are, you know, they're supplementing like racism metaphors for like, you know, some white guys who just happen to, you know, be cavemen, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was misguided, to say the
Sure.
least. But I think that's where Nick Kroll came from, the actor. I think that was like one of his first things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So these are the Spung Monkeys. These were used to advertise Quiznos subs.
Okay. I mean, they look. I mean, my first instinct is. I mean, I think about the. I mean, it looks like a. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is like the PSP squirrels.
Oh, absolutely. Same
Yeah.
era.
But you say,
Same era.
yeah. But obviously, this looks like it's on like a whole different other kind of.
These
Right.
started off, the guy who made these made them what was I gonna say? He made them for a short called We Love the Moon. And so that kind of got popular on Albino Black Sheep.
Oh, okay.
And then they took them and made them into Quiznos mascots, and instead of I love the moon, they say I love these subs.
Right.
And I just remember it's just this really annoying voice where like, we love these subs. so they sound like on the commercial, and then it's at the end of the commercial there's like a long silence, and then they just go, they have a pepper bar.
Right. Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, the very 2000s commercial.
It does feel
2000s.
very 2000s. Yeah. I mean, I respect the cutout, to be honest. The cutout, you know, I mean, 'cause I'm guessing it was animated in a way that's obviously all cutout animation and whatnot. Obviously digital, but not like traditionally. But like, you know, you know, with like the hands and stuff, and yeah, I can, you know, well, you know, if it worked, I mean, heck, you know, again, sure, they're annoying now in perspective, but like at the same time, you don't get adverts or commercials like this anymore. So you
No.
know, and clearly it
I would
works.
take
So
this. I would take this over anything that's happening today.
it's just-
I'm not gonna lie,
Okay.
Jack. The commercials are pretty dire right now.
Sure.
Yeah, we need more people selling us mattresses on President's Day.
we need so much more deals on President's Day, just in general.
I did see a President's Day ad, maybe like 2 days after we did the stream, and I started laughing.
Okay.
I was like, they're still pushing them. They're still pushing them out there. Edmund again. NPC Carlson's YouTube poop movies are the best parts of his channel, especially Steamed Hams Inc. Oh, well, I do know Steamed Hams Inc.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Happy, but it's the DK rap and the Cortex ones. Steamed Hams Inc. I'm very familiar with. Steamed Hams is so fascinating to me because I'm still not sure why it caught on, but I'm glad it did.
it's I mean, it's almost just like, I mean, I don't know if it's just very, I mean, I think it's just the beats working it in terms of like a setup, in terms of like a little bit piece, you know, in terms of like
Sure.
You know, I mean, if you know it, you know, it works on it's Simpsons, so you know about these characters well enough to know what they are, you know, about how they, you know, pop culture and stuff like that, you know, how Seymour and Skinner, that's Seymour, sorry, that's his name. So Skinner and Superintendent Chalmers are like how they interact and stuff like that, and then on top of that, it's, you know, I mean, it's also part of its own like.
It's very like idiosyncratic. Like it's very like it's very like, you know what's gonna happen. You know the routine here.
Yeah.
Like everything, all the beats are there, but it's kind of framing it as a sitcom it makes it funnier because it's like it's also playing on the fact that you know this dynamic already, and it's positing them as sitcom characters, which they are already technically, but they're taking it to like another level. These weird multiple layers of things going on.
Yeah. No, it's great.
In that like 2-minute short.
You know, I mean, it's
ending with a house on fire.
Yeah. You know, just so how far like Skinner goes, just in terms of like create this little lie of just like, you know, just to admit that not to admit that his like his like clams got burned in the oven, and then just like go this extra mile to like fake the fact that, you know, oh, I said steamed hams.
Did you see the one where they got like one of the Simpsons writers to come on and play Superintendent Chalmers?
Oh, it's like a real life like recreation of it. Yeah, I saw that. It was so well done as well. Yeah.
So bizarre, but so funny.
Yeah. You know, it was just
Simpsons is full of really good memes. I still love the my favorite one might be the Bart, I don't want to alarm you, but there may be a boogeyman or boogeymen in the house. That one. And then like I love the it's like they put like the Jet Set radio music over it. It's like, I thought I told you to knock that off, and Bart's like that one's great. I mean the one, I mean the classic one to me is the Homer in the bathtub and Bart hitting him with the chair.
Yeah.
That one's great. They're all really good. They're I think there's probably not a whole lot of bad Simpsons memes out there.
I still get a kick. I still get a kick over the Ned Flanders and Big Papa mashup. Have you seen that one? Where
yes, like, I believe so.
Yeah. Found him cheap. Like it's just him screaming.
I love the what was the one that I really liked? There was one that I thought was really funny. It's another Flanders one where it's like they've done a couple of different things with it, but it's where he pushes Homer out the window and then he bounces back into the house. But then it's like he jumps out the window and they freeze and it's the die lit like pose or something.
That's great.
Or I like the one where he hits the mattress and flies back into the house, but then he goes into like the Sonic 1 special zone. They're guys creative. I feel like The Simpsons is like so easily memeable. It's great.
Well, you know, it's well, especially for like a show that's so integrated as well, and just in general pop culture. You know, it helps just to create memes over. You know, so it's like, yeah, all that stuff. So, you know, that's definitely one of my favorite gags. The whole that you know, Ned pushing Homer out in the mattress and he just flies in. It's not just the sound he makes though. It's like. Okay.
So over it.
Yeah.
Whenever they push Ned a little out of his character, it's great. Like I feel like a lot of people don't like the Hurricane Nettie episode, and I understand. Like it feels like a kind of jump the shark moment to have Flanders really go crazy, but it's those little moments where he's just like kind of starting to break character that are funny. That just shows that he's human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like those. Those are wonderful. What was the one I was thinking of? Like the one where Homer just wants to hang out with him all the time, and Ned's getting really annoyed.
Yeah.
And like Homer's. I mean, that's also where the Homer in the bushes one came from. That's clearly like another really big meme.
Yeah, I got
Homer
that. I got that as
coming
a
out of the
badge.
bushes.
It's a pin badge my friend gave me. Of
Oh,
that
that's
whole-
awesome.
So yeah, that's yeah. Weird enough, I got a couple actually. Got a couple of some. I got pin badges of that one. Was it where they it's like Russian Itchy and Scratchy, and that Krusty like airs because he loses the rights to air Itchy and Scratchy on his show, and it's like the yep, like weird like.
Oh, the
like-
Porker and Parasite.
Yeah. You know.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. That's great. And then Cool Lisa, and you know when.
The Cool Lisa. I love that design so much.
Mm.
Oh, that's the episode with you got the dud.
Yeah. Oh my god, the dud. Yeah.
Whoever animated that Homer smile, God bless you.
It's just so fluent, and just holds. It's his eyes just hold just on it. You know, I don't know what they were on, but it's, you know, yeah. Thank you to whoever.
Wonderful moment. Wonderful moment. No, just really good stuff. I love, that episode is one of my favorites in general. The Summer 4'3" or I think it's called. That episode is wonderful. I think it's Christina Ricci is the one of the cool teens. I feel like they could have taken that in a very cynical direction by having them not like her at the end, but then they're like, no, we understand. Like, you know, you're trying to be yourself. Like, I thought that was cool. I thought that was really sweet. And it ends on that great moment of like, it was like Homer, like they come back and they're like putting all the beach stuff on their car.
Sweet.
What have you done to my car?
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah. Well, I always think about like how Bart treats it as well, because he wants to be like part of the cool kids. Like he wants to be cooler. It's like you get a bit jealous, like Lisa's like hang out with the cool kids and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then he like obviously feels remorse once they like the cool kids find out she's a obviously nerd. And that's a great scene where Lisa gets really
I think
mad.
he just realizes that he hurt her because like she starts really hitting back after a while. Like I mean I love the scene where he's just like they're eating breakfast in the morning and it's like, no, you're better for this. Don't worry, Lisa. And then like she like grabs him and starts like growling in his face. She like pours milk on his head. And then Marge is like, oh, what? It's like, there's a carnival tonight, kids. And then they pull this, like, Milhouse comes out from behind a cereal box. And he's like, oh, boy, a carnival. He was there for that whole interaction. Oh, my God.
I don't think I've ever seen Lisa that mad. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her that mad.
No. That's why that's one of the better episodes, because they do her anger is justified.
Yeah.
Because she didn't do anything wrong. She was literally just being herself. Like, I feel like she wanted to kind of rebrand herself, and I feel like that's who she wants to be deep down. But, you know, maybe she feels the pressure not to do that at school. She just to be, like, perfect at school. Which is so funny because you consider, like, how Bart does in school, but Lisa feels the need to kind of, like, not necessarily overachieve, but to just be better. But, yeah, no, I love Summer 4'3". That might be my favorite episode, tied with Brother from the Same Planet. I like that one a lot too. That's the one where Bart gets the big brother because you know he's tired of Homer not like listening to him or like coming to pick him up. I love just Homer trying to remember to pick up Bart, and he just like lands on like pick a bar. What does that mean?
Is that also like when Bart's talking about like that is like trying to get the brother, like his father used to be like into blackjack or whatever like that, and it's like that whole scene was like hit me 19 hit me 20
hit me. But it also has conversely the scene where it's like, Papa Homer, what about your son? And he's like, oh, my son's very mean. And they I forgot what the name of the movie is, but it's a it's like a James Cagney movie or something where it's just like Bart shoves like a cantaloupe in Homer's face or something. Such a weird random reference. So bizarre. I
And
get
yet I
the
feel-
point across that Homer's trying to make this an abusive son
Yeah.
or something, but oh my god,
Yeah.
so bizarre. Such a random bizarre thing to just throw out there.
It feels very right for the writing team during that time. Anyway, it feels like that's a like you don't get like good obscure references in Simpsons nowadays anymore like that. I guess. Where it's
No,
just
you
like,
don't.
No.
Everything. That's kind of the issue I have with The Simpsons in general is that everything feels so like modern. Like everything is like up to
Sure.
date. They can't afford to do like an older. I mean, listen, I might be just talking trash because I haven't really
imagining it
sat down and
fine,
watched the episode. The one episode I sat down to watch, I think the newest episode I've watched maybe like 3 years ago. I watched the one that everybody was talking about where Homer and Marge get lost on a retreat or something like that. And
Yeah, I heard about that.
that one I heard was really good actually. I was like, okay,
cool.
this feels like kind of classic Simpsons. But I watched one before that because Jenny Yokobori, who I work with, is now playing Comic Book Guy's wife.
Yes.
Replacing Tress McNeil. And I thought she was wonderful on the episode. And I thought the episode itself was interesting. It was an interesting place to take Comic Book Guy where, he doesn't know if he wants to have kids or not because, he's like a man-child, basically. So he doesn't know if he can handle kids. And I'm like, that's interesting. Like, you're doing something interesting with the character. But no, I think just like, I think that kind of comes down to the style of The Simpsons now, where it's just like, everything is like ultra modern references. There are none of those. I mean, there might be, but like, I feel like some of those older references you wouldn't get that are just funny because the imagery is funny.
Yeah. And
then if you get the reference, it's a bonus. But I feel like we don't have a whole lot of those, or like kind of just like really bizarre moments. Like I think of the episode where Homer goes on the he eats the chili that's too spicy, and he drinks like a bunch of beer, and then he goes on the spirit quest, basically.
Yeah.
The vision quest. And he meets the Johnny Cash fox or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just think of that one scene where he comes back home and he Bart is like, so I tells Mabel, I says to Mabel, I says, and then Homer walks in, and he's like, where's your mom? And she sat back. And then Bart just immediately goes back to, so I says to Mabel, I says, and people have been trying to decode what that is for like years. Like, what is he talking about? Just smaller moments like that, I feel like get lost in I feel like in exchange for kind of broader comedy. Sure. And I don't think there's anything wrong with broader comedy. I just miss those other moments, I would say. There are definitely episodes that have 100% like exceeded my expectations for what The Simpsons can be right now.
Yeah.
But I just think overall there was just a style switch around like maybe 2009, 2010 that we've been kind of stuck in. Because it's funny because I think up until that point I had been watching The Simpsons fairly often. Like I would even be like, oh, come on guys, the newer seasons aren't that bad. And that was up to like season 16, 17, something like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then I just feel like there was just a big overhaul on how they want to treat that property at this point. But yeah, that's just my thought on it. Yeah. But I feel like if you keep any show going that long, you kind of have to, for lack of a better term, kind of Flanderize it a little bit to kind of keep it going, to have a formula to make these episodes. I think you kind of have to do that. And not that they haven't done weird episodes. I mean, there was that one about like Bart's birthday or whatever that was supposed to be making fun of like season finales, which I didn't watch, but I'm like, interesting idea to kind of do. But yeah, I don't know. Very fascinating show. Nothing against it. I'm glad that everybody is still employed on it and writers are getting employed to write on it. That's cool. Yeah. It's just I feel like The Simpsons I grew up with is kind of, I like the pink Band-Aid, by the way, that's cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Simpsons I grew up with was very different, and I feel like this Simpsons is for like a newer generation to enjoy.
Yeah, well, I think,
and it's funny. I've seen, like I have nieces and nephews and younger cousins and stuff who still like The Simpsons quite a bit. So I think whatever they're doing it fine for that audience. I just think, obviously, you have a bunch of like older, jaded fans.
Hmm.
I just try to let the kids kind of have what they want.
No,
I don't
no,
want to
no.
get too upset with it.
No, no,
I'll
I
be
know.
right back. I'm just gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I wonder, I wonder where the Simpsons kind of like, because I mean, for me, I wonder where the show will go once the characters pass, or rather, sorry, the voice one that many of the main big VAs, voice actors pass away, which Lord forbid, hopefully not anytime soon. But it's there's such an integral part to the show itself. So I personally wonder, just like where it will kind of go when that happens, if that happens. I wonder what actually. I think it was a recent one though. I did enjoy. I think it was although I don't know how recent it was. It was the one where Homer, he's like jumping off a bridge and stuff like that, and he like forgets about like he tries to commit suicide because he thinks he did something horrible, or rather he forgets something that happened the night before, and he wonders where everyone's gone and why Marge is not around, etc., etc., and he then tries to like trail back. It's like that film. What's that film called? What is that film called? It's the one that Christopher Nolan did.
What are you trying to think about?
Oh, Memento. That's it. Sorry.
Memento. Yeah.
I was talking about one of my favorite from a recent Simpsons episode was it was the one where Homer forgets the day before, and he doesn't know like.
Oh
why
yeah, I saw. That's one of the ones that would consistently come up in like reels for me. I was like, what is going on in this episode?
Yeah, and then
he has to remember if he like hit Marge or not or something.
Yeah, he was concerned. Yeah.
Kind of dark subject matter, but interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. It's and it plays out like a bit like the movie Memento, I guess, where he's trying to like go retrace his steps and like remembers bits and pieces, until like obviously jumps the bridge. Yeah, so that was one I recently liked anyway. But I was just saying previously to that as well. It's just like I do wonder where the show will initially go, especially if, I mean, Lord forbid, it hopefully doesn't happen anytime soon. But like, if one of the main VAs
cast members passes,
it's like what's the?
I know. Nancy
safety
Cartwright has said like none of us want to be replaced by AI, which is the best, definitely a good way to look at things. We'll see what happens. I think, obviously there are many people out there who are very good at like Simpsons impressions. But it's just something about the heart those actors bring to the characters that's not, you can't just replicate with an impression, I feel like.
Sure.
I was watching a video on the PJs recently. The Eddie Murphy stop motion sitcom.
I think I saw it. It's Hats Off Media Entertainment, right?
Yeah, Hats Off did it. Yeah. And they were talking about how Eddie, he got a little disillusioned with the show, not because of the quality of the show or whatever, but because Fox wasn't really treating it right, and then also because there was some backlash to it. And he had to be replaced by I'm forgetting the actor's name, but the guy who plays Jackie Childs on Seinfeld. Let me just get up his name so I'm not. He's wonderful on Seinfeld. But Phil Morris.
Right.
Who honestly, I listened to his voice and I'm like, his Eddie is like spot on.
Yeah.
Like it's near perfect. I can sort of hear like the differences if you listen very closely, but for the most part, it's like if you put them kind of like, I could not tell. Like I would not be able to tell.
No.
But no, it was cool, interesting to listen to hear him talk about that. And like, I do wonder if it would be a situation where they would have to get somebody that can like not only do an impersonation, but also just like bring heart to the character. It'd be very interesting to see. Like you can definitely start to hear those VAs get older. I just wish they would just age up the characters at this point. I feel like that would solve so many issues. And it's like, what do you really have to lose by making, Bart and Lisa teenagers at this point, and then also maybe just making the parents older?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being silly, but
Sure.
I think that would be a good idea. But yeah, I don't know what would happen if one of them passed away. They have not put out a contingency plan for that. But I mean, I'm sure internally there's something going on, but like they have not told the public what's going to happen. But interestingly, this can lead into another conversation.
Okay.
Did you hear what Damon and Jamie have said about the future of Gorillaz?
Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
How are we feeling about that announcement?
I don't. Yeah, I mean I don't know, because it's the thing for me is that Gorillaz. I identify Gorillaz as Jamie Hewlett's artwork mixed with Damon Albarn's music and voice. I feel like if you replace a big element of that, then it's not technically Gorillaz. So I feel weird where like if there's another band behind Gorillaz and like singing songs under Gorillaz, but it's not Damon's voice. The artwork, I feel like you can probably get like someone really good who like can not replicate.
Yeah,
it,
we kind of talked about that last time, where he's been working with a bunch of different artists.
Yeah.
On the project and everything, and I think we had mentioned I forgot, there are a bunch of different people basically. But it seems like he is kind of starting his end of it. You know what I mean? Like he's like, hey, I'm turning it into a collective now, and like eventually they will take over this project as I retire. Which I mean, like I feel like he is more than right to do. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like there's gonna have to be. I do wonder if the next album, because this whole one is about like rebirth and everything. The Mountain has a lot to do with like rebirth and like ego death and stuff like that. Like, I do wonder if that's what they're teeing up for the next project, where like Damon and Jamie will still be there, but maybe you're gonna get new artists working on different things. Maybe you'll get like a video by like a new artist for each video or something. But I do think it, you mentioned like, oh, it's Damon's voice, but so he has done a lot of one of the biggest things about Gorillaz is all the collabs and everything.
Sure.
But do you think it's just like his voice at the core is kind of what matters?
It's I mean, it's I know obviously Damon doesn't sing for every song like out there on the Gorillaz discography, but I also know that's also his musicality as well. That's part of the identity of Gorillaz, and I do wonder if whoever they'd have to replace that will be able to do it in justice in the same way upon like, because I can understand upon like obviously the Gorillaz albums, they all have kind of like, they more or less have like a different flavor or sound or something towards it musically, but like when I look at like in terms of like what it represents in terms of like it's tough to explain. I guess in terms of like Damon, in terms of like Damon Albarn's work, it all kind of like you can kind of feel like it is Damon, but it's at the same time it's like expressing in a more experimental way, as opposed to like the work that he does for Blur, work that he does for like The Good, the Bad, the Queen, his other side projects or whatnot. It's building up on top of that with collaboration of other genres and such. So I do wonder if whoever they get replaced, if they ever do, once they replace it, it's like, A, how will they approach like 2D singing, and B, will they have as good enough of a musical identity that could work just as alongside the albums that Damon has worked on. So it's a hard line to tread on, because I feel like people would know, be like, this doesn't feel like Gorillaz. It's saying it's Gorillaz, but it doesn't feel like Gorillaz. You know what I mean? It's like but then again, it's tough, because obviously I feel like you can definitely sense the identity of Gorillaz change between the self-titled Demon Days and Plastic Beach onwards, because I feel like Damon really focused in on that sound, Plastic Beach sound, going forward with the rest of the albums and such.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
Well, I definitely feel that in the case because I don't know if it's just because the Demon Days and Gorillaz had producers. They had like producers behind that album. So despite it obviously Damon writing the songs and such like that, they had people behind the scenes kind of like helping the sound or you know, making it distinct in terms of like what Damon would normally do in terms of like, you know, in terms of like, you know, if it was just him. So
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you can hear it though, right? Because obviously Danny Automator in the first Gorillaz album, that album is very, you know, it's very much more, it's hip hop, but it's very like dub reggae, you know, and it's sonically, compare that to Demon Days, much more. Danger Mouse produced that one, much more lush production, much more. I guess you can hear a lot more, you know, pops. It's a bit more, I guess, a bit more poppy, but like, you know, it's really tight production. And then Plastic Beach, obviously, it all fits within the theme as well. Plastic Beach actually was I mean, I think that was mostly Damon on his own with that being produced, but because that album had such a theme that he really, I mean, that's the thing that makes the same way that The Mountain like really focuses on a theme and makes it a journey. Plastic Beach is the same way in terms of like it's
no, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, so
it's funny because I felt like, like kind of, I can see what you're saying. Like
Okay.
they're taking it. I felt like, despite having, I feel like the first record, the self-titled, is more of a vibe than a theme. And Plastic Beach is more of a theme. You know what I mean? Like I think I truly believe that even though there is a strong thematic presence of rebirth on The Mountain, it comes across more like the first record to me, honestly.
Okay.
I think the sound is so much more consistent to something like the first record, in my opinion. But that might just be kind of like the more world music vibe of it, kind of honing in on that. Whereas like I feel like Plastic Beach was way more like electronic tinged.
Yeah.
This one's more world music, it's more hip hop. So like I feel like they're kind of taking that dub element and replacing it with world music on this record. I mean, like I do think it is a mashup of the first and third record. Like if I had to be completely honest. And then there's like God of Lies, or God of Lying, is that what it is? The Idols track?
Oh yes, the God of Lying. Yeah.
God of Lying. That just feels like a song from the first record. It really does feel like I could just slot it into a playlist from the first record and it would fit perfectly.
Sure.
So I don't know. I was getting vibes of the first and third record, but specifically the first record because I feel like it just has that really consistent vibe to it.
Yeah.
So, and I re-listened to it a couple days ago. I think this one is as good as the first three. I think this one might be up there. I really liked the second half on the second listen for it.
Sure. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. I love that Plastic Guru song. I think that should have been a single. I really do feel like that should have been a single. And then what were the other songs I really liked? Casablanca I really loved, and then also The Sad God is fantastic as well. The closer. I have not listened to the deluxe tracks yet. Are they worth listening to?
That's a good question because I have got the deluxe edition CD, but I haven't actually heard those deluxe tracks either. So I'll let you know when I do listen to them. But I mean, I'm definitely interested in the extended version of the intro track done by it was an Indian orchestra, I believe, who do like an extended version of that opening track. So I'm curious upon like how that extends upon it. But yeah, it's very very like only 4 bonus tracks. You know, so, and I don't think Cracker Island didn't have any bonus tracks.
Interesting. I think was there not some kind of like blowback to the bonus tracks on Humans where they were like, this is too much? Like I feel like there was kind of like people saying that the album was too long, with the deluxe album was like way too long.
There was so many songs on. I feel like there was like 20. That's a 22 album record, like a 22 track record. I feel like Humans is anyway. So it just goes on for so long. And well, but at the same, granted, at the same time, I was really happy they came back and stuff like that, because obviously it was like, oh my God, Gorillas are back, and stuff like that. And there's some great tracks.
I thought all of the hype leading up to it was so exciting, and then I listened to the record. I'm like, this is not my favorite Gorillaz record. But I will say, like I mentioned last time, I feel like some of the songs kind of came back in a different context when I went on that the House of Gong experience. Cool. I feel like I liked some of the songs in a different context.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, I think it would be interesting if they played into the Rebirth thing for the next record, and they're like, hey, we are starting over, we're scrapping again, and we're starting everything. I think I mentioned this last time. I think it would be so funny if they just decided, like, hey, we're resetting all of the characters, like Noodle's a kid again, like, like we're just starting over from scratch.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the interesting things I think you could do is a World of Gorillaz thing,
sure.
where, I am assuming there are at least dozens of tracks that have never been released to the public.
Oh, absolutely. The Plastic Beach era has tons of stuff that's still like not released. They did a track of The Horrors, never came out. And I don't know. I mean, gosh, there was a lot of other stuff on Plastic Beach in general that they've been released, but you can like hear snippets of it when they were like teasing that album and stuff. And there's there's something called Crystallized that was like a track that people were really excited for, but wasn't on the album. Yeah, tons of stuff. It's only actually a couple of tracks from that though have appeared on the Mountain. What's the track with the track with Yasmin Bey and Omar Suleiman? That's a Plastic Beach outtake. So that finally got released finally, which is great. And it makes sense, all the Marky Smith stuff, from that that Delirium track, that's like outtakes from Gorilla Freeze. So you can kind of tell though, because it's like they make reference to like ships and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, it does make sense to have like it be like a
my whole thing is like, what if they did do like a like, let's say it's not directly Gorillaz, but like a World of Gorillaz thing, because we know that Gorillaz are not the only virtual band that necessarily exists in this world. Obviously there are ex-band members too, like Paula Cracker and then Ace, obviously. So I do wonder, it's like, could you do a World of Gorillaz thing where it's like, okay, somebody isn't going to take over 2D, but we're going to start a new band in this world, but also maybe on certain tracks you will get some leftover Gorillaz tracks like as bonus content for each album to
Yeah, they kind of almost did that actually, because I remember they Cyborg Noodle.
It's Cyborg Noodle.
Space Monkeys, yeah, but also Cyborg Noodle was I think they at one point they were planning like bring her back as like as their own band, like the Rejects, I think it was called, and it was like I'm trying to look at the wiki. So it was like during a 2018 Demon Days festival, you could find a poster advertising a band titled The Rejects, featuring an older Cyborg Noodle and a blue creature resembling Frankenstein's monster. Each poster featured a large cancelled sign across, showing that their Demon Days performance had been cancelled. I don't know if granted, we don't know if it's like a side project thing that Jamie was planning or Damon and Jamie were planning in terms of like as a side thing potentially, but obviously.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe they were like, hey, let's wait till we can figure out if we can get other people to do this and really make it distinct as its own thing.
Yeah.
So Jamie and Damon plant the seeds for that, and then you have other people kind of come in and take up the mantle on that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this right now. This Rejects thing. It is cool. Like I think that's how you kind of pass it on to the next this next collective of artists who might want to come in and do something. Like they set it up and then they take it over, and then the cycle would ideally continue from there, where you consistently just get people to kind of keep coming in and doing different things. Let me get back to chat really quick.
Yes, anyways.
Edmund says, "Oh, we got Jade was high," and then says, "Hopefully, it will happen." I don't know what that's referring to, but
Was it talking about? I don't know. Was it talking about the Simpsons thing? I don't know.
maybe. Edmund says, "I like how Gary and Jack discussing stuff and drawing and reading chat makes it feel like a podcast." Yeah, it's kind of the idea. It's absolutely the idea. Edmund also said, "I watched a video from Awesome Mary where he discusses canceled and scrapped animated projects, and there was going to be a Gorillaz film that didn't come to fruition." I mean, they've tried to do this like a couple of times, right?
Yeah. Oh, I would love. You know what I would love more than a Gorillaz film? I want like a Gorillaz anthology kind of thing where it's just give. I mean, give like an animation team like these characters, and then just like Damon can do the music for each like episode, and it doesn't have to be too long, but like be like a compilation series where it's just like, I mean, I guess like in Song Machine, but like in the same time it's just I look at the Gorillaz art book and I'm just thinking to myself, man, what if other artists got a hand on these characters and then take them to their own style and stuff like that, and what if they turn to like a music video and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying about like the future of the band too, where it's just like I would love to see other people take on the Gorillaz or things in the world of the Gorillaz.
Sure,
in the world of Gorillaz.
I think
I think that's the way to go. If you're not going to have, I mean, I don't want to say this because I don't want to will this into existence, but do you think 2D kind of has to die for the Gorillaz to be taken over by somebody else? Did I just will something really bad into existence?
No. Oh, Gary, what have you done? Who killed him? It was me, his evil twin brother.
I would love if they did a Twin Peaks-esque arc of Gorillaz with like Who Killed 2D. I would love that. That would be wonderful.
It'll be like that thing where obviously Murdoch.
Damon is missing through the whole album.
Oh sure, yeah. But that'd be quite. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
But it'd be like obviously when Murdoch disappeared from.
Oh, absolutely. It's not like they haven't done this before.
No,
Yeah.
Mix it up a bit. Yeah. I get what you mean. I do get what you mean. I think. I would love them to take more chances with this band in general, in terms of like where else they can go from just being the setup of being like music videos and like loose, like the lore is very like sometimes it's loose, sometimes it's they try and concentrate onto it, and we're at a point now where it's just like, well, what's truth or fake, and like what's the story now in terms of where these characters are and where they go and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't help that granted this mountain, this advertising cycle with the mountain has been like very Damon and Jamie focused, and the band the characters have just been sort of like there. So, but so I'm hoping that, I don't know, maybe just like the next album will be very much them, like the band, like the Gorillaz, the band themselves more focused, and then just like I don't know. I just think about like how it was back in Demon days where everything got incorporated in a way that's like, you were diving into the news and stuff in terms of like, because it wasn't just the website, the Amazing Flash website and the story and the music videos. It was also like these interviews and these little mini bits and pieces that you get from the band and stuff like that. That you get more into it and whatnot. And I mean, gosh, they had like a whole book like released around that covered like the first and second album's lore and stuff like that really helped build upon like what it was and the mystique, and like, oh, that's that and so
yeah,
there is a fun to that, and I think people are realizing that as well. So I think they're realizing that in terms of like because they're trying to catch up on their own lore, being like, oh, what's we need the fans to help us out with that. So maybe, I don't know, they need to bring that back. I mean, I don't know. I imagine it's not easy anyway in terms of like, you're doing this project for so long now, and it's almost like you're at a point where it's like, what Gorillaz is, but at the same time, it's like, it's been also so many years, so your perspective of the band sort of like changed and stuff like that, and you wonder like, what you see what you've gained in terms of like what works, and then at the same time it's like what you've lost in terms of from what made it good and like made aspects good in the first place, and what you've added that made those aspects great again. So it's like it's a hard balancing act, I guess, in terms of like trying to.
But there's still a lot of potential there too. I feel
there is,
like.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully they'll. I mean, I'm always excited to see what they come up next anyway. So I think this album has really paid off though in terms of like rejuvenating them again, and who knows, maybe we'll get more of that later on in terms of like the next album or so, or whatever goes off upon it. So yeah, I would say I think Damon and Jamie should just work on other stuff as well. That's not Gorillaz based, because I think that's always a fun outlet to do so. Like you ever heard the Monkey Journey to the West project?
I have not. Is it? Should I check it out?
Well, I mean, they released. They helped. They basically did an opera. They adapted an opera of a Chinese opera based upon.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah. Me and my dad saw it, and it was great. Granted, we got not very good seats, so we had to. It was like under the seats above, so we had to like crouch down in our seats to see like the whole stage. So, but it was still a great show, and it was like Jamie's, creating it made me definitely fall in love with the story Journey to the West, because it's such a fun story in general. But it's like his drawings and then Damon's music adaptation. There's a wonderful documentary upon like how they're trying to figure out how to make it and whatnot, and their struggles to adapt this opera and whatnot, which I highly suggest you check out. I think it's called Jamie and Damie's. Damien Damie. Damien Damie, that's his nickname. Yeah, Jamie and Damon's fantastic journey or something like that. I don't know, but but like that whole. That was like such a fun thing, for them to like, that's on a side of that's not, it's by Gorillaz, but it's not Gorillaz, and it's such like a fun, outlet for them to like try out new creative things and stuff like that while still collaborating together and feel like, something that's, in spirit of Gorillaz maybe in terms of like, what it was. I mean,
collab, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that the show is like, wasn't recorded or anything like that, because it was a really good show in general. And
it was never recorded at all. It's kind of lost media now, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can obviously see clips of it in the documentary, and it was you can see some trailer stuff as well, and it was shown in Manchester for a couple of nights. It first debuted in Manchester over here, and then it did some shows in Paris, and then it did some shows in New York as well.
That's cool.
But that was like last time was like 2011 though, so I don't think, and since then it hasn't been brought back, which is a shame. But I mean, I loved that whole era that they did after like Gorillaz. Like it felt like a good break after Gorillaz Demon Days, since Demon Days was such a big success. It like we need a new outlet. I'd say obviously check out that documentary if you find it, and
I will check it. Yeah, it's called Damon and Jamie's Excellent Adventure.
That's it. Yeah. So
cool. I'll definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Edmund asks, question for Gary: what's it like getting to write for the Animation Station pilot? By the way, I'm looking forward to Starstruck. Well, thank you very much about Starstruck. I have a small announcement about that in a second. What was it like writing for the Animation Station pilot? It was interesting because I worked with Naya Faye on it, and she wanted something that was kind of in the spirit of Space Ghost and Eric Andre, but it was a little more contained, like it was a little more focused, I guess, but still kind of silly and fun in terms of. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. I was gonna sneeze and I didn't. I hate that. But it was gonna be focused like that. It was gonna be more focused, but still really silly. So it was writing it at first was kind of trying to figure out what it was gonna be. And I think based on kind of what they're doing now, they're kind of trying to still sort some things out, learn some lessons from the pilot and everything. I'm very proud of how the pilot came out. I'm still like a really big fan of it, and it was really cute and really fun, and like I got to work with a bunch of cool people. I got to indirectly work with Salty DK Dan, who's really funny. I got to write some lines for him. But no, it was a fun idea. I always liked the idea of kind of like animated talk shows. I think those are really cool and fun to do, and I hope they are able to push forward and do more with the Millie Martin's character. I think that's really fun. So yeah, that's my answer about working on it. I'm not working on the full series just because they wanted to go in kind of like a different direction, which is totally fine. That often happens with pilots. But yeah, just really fun stuff. Yeah. Hope that answers your question. Yeah. So I think we can go for like maybe another like 40 minutes, and then we'll probably wrap it up. I said I thought it was already 5 o'clock. I thought it was already like 5 o'clock over here, but yeah, I'd say like another 40. We'll balance it out at like 5:30 on my end.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, something I was going to ask actually, going from that question. Is it like, how much do you have to? Because you're basically writing from you're not writing from your own experience. You're basing from you're adapting someone else's ideas and stuff like that in the writing, but you're also adding your own flavor towards it. Is it like how much of a does it depend? Like, I mean, how much help with having enough context to like understand what the show was?
That was kind of what I wanted most, was just the context from Naya about how to characterize Millie and everything, and she did a really good job of giving me that and being able to have fun with her and be flexible. I think where I kind of came in was like, it's so funny because Ahmad and I had worked on a project a while back, and maybe we'll do it again, but Ahmad and I had worked on a project called The After Midnight Hour, which was about it was kind of our take on that form of like public access kind of like talk shows, but like ours was hosted by a platypus and a deer. And it was kind of like a similar idea. So I think I brought some of that flavor into what Animation Station was. I think you can still find some old After Midnight pictures. I'd have to see if I can find them. I'm sure if they are online, I will give Jack the permission to show them off. I just don't remember if we posted them online or not. I'd have to check Ahmad's Tumblr. Give me a second. But no, I'm a big fan of that aesthetic of like the rinky-dink talk show type thing. I mean, I grew up with Wayne's World and stuff, so it kind of just worked for me. Like so if I kind of come into that environment, like it's very natural to me. I like that kind of back and forth. I like oddball characters on these shows and everything. I think that's really cool. So like I liked the idea of obviously we need to promote like these indie projects, which was kind of like the first thing we had to do, but we also had to characterize kind of these what's it called, these guests in a certain way, you know? So that was kind of tricky in and of itself, was characterizing the guests. But because we only really had their dialogue to work with. I think that's what Space Ghost does really well, is that it turns the guests into their own kind of characters through editing. And I feel like, if the show goes on, they're going to really learn how to do that. Yeah, the first one was kind of just like, a fun interview. But I would like to see them push it even further. I think that could be really fun. Yeah, so to answer your question, Jack, like the kind of give and take of like writing Naya's established character with my own, I think it worked out pretty well. I think it was cool. Yeah.
Is the secret though knowing enough context of the show, and then from there it's like, what do I know, and then building upon that, it's an easy, like, you try and incorporate 50-50 on that in terms of like, respecting the show's boundaries, but like, here's some aspects that I can add to it in terms of like what I know from my writing skills and stuff like that. So it's all about finding that balance, I'm guessing.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I cannot find any pictures of Ed and Sheila online, so I don't necessarily feel comfortable showing them off on stream.
Okay.
So maybe one day you'll get to see the characters. I do know the script was available on my portfolio for a while, but I've since taken it down and replaced it with something else. But no, that was a fun little script. We did a whole kind of the pilot I wrote was they're like, cause they're on like this kind of, you know, cruddy little public access show. They are running out of budget, so they, you know, it takes kind of a more surrealistic turn where like the entire set starts kind of like imploding in on itself, more or less.
Okay.
So that was kind of fun to do that. It was very much, if you've seen that episode of Gumball where they kind of get to mess around with like the surrealism in that aspect of them kind of like breaking down to you know, storyboards and stuff. I don't think we went that far with it,
Okay.
but it was more of like an ethereal thing of just like the budget was like a personified thing that was taking resources away from them bit by bit and making people disappear. So yeah, that was a fun thing to write. Ed and Sheila were fun characters to mess around with. Ed is this kind of like really grump. It was also of course, because it's me, it's like a very 90s tinge thing. So that was like another big part of it. Mr. Tango is in chat. Hello, I am back. How y'all doing? We're doing pretty good. We're going for another little bit here, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Probably another half hour. 60 views. We're doing a little better than usual. Not quite as stellar as last time. That is still amazing to me how well we did last time.
I don't know.
If you guys can get us to 100 views today, that'll be like another pretty good milestone. But we are doing better than we usually do. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. The pilot's taking longer than usual. Which pilot are you talking about, Mr. Tango? I'm curious. But anyway, yeah, that I know that kind of turned into me talking about another project that I was working on years and years and years ago.
I was gonna say, if we ever get like a bench dog on the as a guest.
Yeah, I would love to break down After Midnight again. That would be fun.
Yeah,
I'd love to deeper dive on it. The one you're animating right now, Mr. Tango, this is not a pilot. This is episode 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is Jack is just drawing a little picture for the background. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. Yeah, wait, he's talking about Starstruck. Oh, you're talking about Starstruck, or are you talking about episode 5 of this? I am very confused. What is going on? Oh, I love JC. JC's outfit is also very 90s here. She's about to go inside and have a Danimals cup.
It's good to. I'm trying to figure out what color I should make her hairband. I'm trying to like figure out like what should I wrap this up with in terms of like a color for a headband. I'm trying to like I could keep it
green,
white.
Maybe? You know, white? No. What do you
green
think? What do you think? Green is already your pants, so I don't want it to match your pants. Could this be a black hairband?
Okay.
Yeah, let's try black hairband.
All right.
Wow, you're grinding this hard. Really proud of your hard work, frame by frame. This is just a picture.
Yeah. Oh man, you don't want to see.
I don't think you're gonna watch us animate anything anytime soon. At least for the time being. It would break Jack's poor computer, and it would break my computer. We do not have the resources to animate that yet.
You know, I've animated frame by frame in Photoshop once, though. I can tell you that. It's not fun. it's not fun, but it's possible, and I've seen some like absolute mad people commit to a whole. I did like I think I did like an abstract short film in it once, and it was just very. You have to keep things very loop based in general, in terms of like you know, just because it's easier to do so, and if you do like additional actions and stuff like that, it's like way too because you're changing out frames while at the same time I don't know, I can't explain it. It's mental.
Huh.
I would not suggest animating in Photoshop, but it is handy when you're doing like simple loops and whatnot. Actually,
Sure.
saying that that Cody Family Guy bit that we posted on our socials way back, that was all done in Photoshop. So
Yeah.
who am I to?
Which will be the little animated one you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was cool. What were the kind of promo shorts we did with Cody and JC? What was that done in? Was that Photoshop
you're
as
right.
well?
That was also Photoshop as well. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, those was simple loops as well. Additional editing was probably done in Premiere Pro just to you know, to get the frames together. Because obviously, how it worked was like we put in each panel bit by bit, so it showed the whole picture. But that was also done in Photoshop anyway. Yeah, because it was literally just two. I mean, each panel was like more or less 2 frames, so 2 to 3 frames. So that was pretty simple enough anyway. Depending on like Cody's blinks, and then obviously the TV with Godzilla on it, and then obviously with JC it was like there was the CD and the crowd, like the customers waiting on her and her just I mean it's great for simple stuff like that. You're doing full sequences in that, you're gonna melt your brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said, Mr. Tiger said, I thought it was animation. Then Edmund said, nope, it's probably just a thumbnail. Yeah, which is kind of what it is. It's kind of something that just pops up in the background.
Yeah. I mean, we can't give context, can we? It's a slight spoiler.
Yeah,
I guess,
well, don't worry. You guys will see it soon enough.
Yeah.
But no lie, you guys are such good animators. I mean, artists, you guys deserve that stuff from me. First of all, Jack is the animator on this. I am just the humble writer. Jack is the magician at work here. He's making everything you see.
I'm pretty alright.
Yeah, you're amazing, Jack. Come on, don't be humble. Don't be humble. You were incredible.
I was gonna say we're actually animating. I recently updated. We animate on TV Paint, and we recently updated to version 12 of the software. So this last episode is going to be animated on updated animation software.
Incredible.
Which I'm kind of still getting used to, because I'm just like it is all the same, but at the same time it's like, okay, that they've changed the layout of this. So it's like, okay, I got to find my bearings again upon the layout which works for me in the old one. But the good thing about it is that you don't need a dongle to make it work. You can now group time frames together in terms of if you're animating the head and animating the arms and stuff like that, you can group them into one folder now, which has been a godsend because it helps me categorize characters as multiple elements in the scene. So that's been a godsend as well. And I'm still finding new things in it as well. So it's a blessing in disguise. It's actually I'd say also it's thanks to you people for supporting this show that we've been able to update our software. So
through the Patreon.
Patreon, and hopefully, after this episode going forward, I mean, whatever plans we have ahead, hope you continue.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get closer. There are some things we can talk about coming up that are important that I kind of wanted to get.
I was going to say, you want to talk about Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Edmund also said you two are the best writer and an artist duo ever. Thank you.
All right.
Now we're trying to glaze us a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So coming up, we have MomoCon in May. May 21st to the 24th. I believe. Hang on, let me just clarify that really quick. MomoCon. When are you? Please tell me when it is going to be. They have the countdown clock here. May 21st to the 24th. I was correct.
Cool.
we will be there at a booth in the guest area. So if you want to come by and buy some stuff, or just meet us and tell us how much you like the show, or if you're just stumbling upon the stream for the first time, just come and meet us and be like, hey, I watched your stream that one time. It was cool. Like, what do you guys do? Like, we'd be more than happy to meet you. You're going to say, Jack, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I won't be there. Gary will be there. I won't be there, unfortunately.
Yes, I will be there, but with Ahmad, Ahmad Avenge Dog. So,
yes,
like,
who's our...
Ahmad
I was going to say, who's our character designer of the show.
Yeah. So, Ahmad will be there. And he'll probably be drawing as well, I think. I don't know. I don't want to say he's drawing. I don't want to say, oh, suddenly you can come commission a mod. I don't know what's going on with that yet.
Gonna do a whole show.
But yeah, so that's happening. What was I gonna say? So next, I just want to say we finally got our panel times, and I can tell you when the panels are gonna be.
Nice.
So. If you would like to watch every episode of Failing Upward in a big room on a big screen with a bunch of people, stop by our panel at MomoCon on Friday, the 22nd at 1 p.m. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then on top of that, if you would like to see some in-development sneak peeks from Wayback Studios, come by our panel for that on Sunday, May 24th at 11:30 a.m. It's pretty good times to have these panels right in kind of the beginning of the afternoon. I'm just really excited to show off some stuff. And if you come see either of these panels for Failing Upward, maybe you'll get to see a little sneak peek of episode 5 drop. You might get to see some boards, or even if Jack has any keyframes, maybe we'll show some of those off as well. And then for the sneak peek panel, you get to see a couple things. We're going to show off Ahmad's new game, Devil Chaser, which is done pretty much, I think.
Oh, cool.
It's at least in beta, I think, right now, at the very least. So you'll get to see that, and you'll get to play that. We might have some people try it out at the panel, but we'll definitely show off a trailer for sure. You'll also get to see a version of the Starstruck animatic, the full thing, but a version of it. It might not be fully edited, it might not be the final version, but you'll get to see basically Starstruck if you come out and hang out with us. On top of that, me and Ahmad are also working on another project that we're not going to spoil here, but it's a very interesting multimedia project we're working on. It is not an animated show, it is not a comic book, but you'll see. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I've been seeing some drawings from it this weekend, and I have to get my butt on writing the trailer out and writing the first scene, which we might be showing off as well. First scene, I don't want to give that. You'll see what it is. But I guess I actually don't want to give away what the title is, because I feel like I just want people who come to the con to be surprised and enjoy it with us. But yeah, that's MomoCon from the 21st to the 24th of May. Come out, hang out with us. Me and Avenge Dog will be there. And yeah, we're excited to see you come out. I'm excited to have these things in the oven, and we're gonna keep pushing forward, and hopefully you'll get to see more stuff soon.
It's great because I don't know what you and Ahmed are.
Jack, I'll tell you when we get off Mike.
Ooh, I'm gonna know the deets. I'm gonna know the deets.
Yeah, you're gonna know. You're gonna know everything. No, I'm really excited to show this stuff off. It's gonna be really cool, and yeah, I'm just excited to go. I will say this, just as a heads up. I mentioned this a while back, but I'm doing some... Oh, we'll be super surprised when the secret project comes out. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be really cool. Yeah, at MomoCon, correct. Yeah, I've seen some of the art, and yeah, can't spoil it on here. I will say it's been a project Ahmad and I have been working on for I think since we met. I think it's technically the first thing we ever worked on, even before he came on to Failing Upward.
Wow.
So this is something it exists, I would say, in some form, in a very different form, with a very different tone. It's out there. But yeah, it's it's going to be interesting to see people's reaction to it. So yeah, that's coming. You'll see it soon enough. Oh yeah. Anyway, I wanted to say that I mentioned this, and I don't want to worry anyone too much because everything will be fine. But in about a week, I'm gonna be going in for kind of a small surgery. Meaning that I might have some side effects when I show up at MomoCon. No, like within a month, I'll be pretty much back to normal. But if I sound a little off or something like that on streams or something, that's probably why. I'm gonna sound really tired and out of it, and I'm gonna have some numbness in my face. But I'll be fine. I'm excited to see everyone there. I just wanted to give people a heads up just in case you see me and you're like, oh, Gary seemed kind of out of it. It's just because I'm probably tired. Like that's about it. I will be fully healed by the time I show back up for MomoCon. So very excited to be there with you guys. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
Nice.
Yeah, and not to worry you. I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So say you mentioned the merchandise as well. You mentioned the merchandise.
Yeah, the merchandise. Oh my gosh, yes. We're gonna have keychains failing upward, Cody and JC keychains and Cody and JC stickers, as well as prints. And then
Prince?
as well, Jack Prince is gonna be there. Back from the dead. Back from the dead. I have
Prince.
resurrected Prince to play all of Sign of the Times at. I like how I didn't go for the obvious Purple Rain one.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. Fingerprints.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just want to go on a small tangent about that one for a second. I am so sick of the compilations of like, did you know Animaniacs was not just for kids?
Oh, okay,
I am so sick. I think it's a funny joke. I don't need to be reminded that it exists like every 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
It's one of those like viral things that goes around every so often. It's like, oh, this wasn't for kids. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You don't need to remind me.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah. No, Jack, it's fine when you remind me.
I got excited. I like Prince. That's all I can say. Prince,
Yeah.
Yes, but Prince as in
Prince,
like.
yes, we're gonna have some Prince, as well as Jack was kind enough to print out some amazing Polaroids of JC's band, high school band, Romantic Serial, that are all signed by Jack. And how many are there, Jack? Were there 50?
There are about 50, yes. There are about 50 prints. It's an in-universe item that's from episode.
That's from OK Nightmare.
OK Nightmare, that's right. And
that's 3, yeah, like 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically it's JC's old band that she was with Piper, and other character that we can't say, I guess. I mean, I can't say.
See him soon enough.
You'll see him soon
enough.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. But yes, it's her old band, and I've we've got 50 mini Polaroid prints of that. I'm gonna sign them. I've signed them already, and then I'm gonna send them out. I'm gonna send them over to Gary. Hopefully they'll arrive in time, and he's gonna sign them as well. And
I will.
Yeah. So hopefully, yes. So, but it's only 50 there, and there's only 50 available. So
yeah, and they will come. They will come. They are first come, first serve. And they'll probably be going out. Well, we'll decide what we're doing with them. Whether it's don't worry about it. We'll figure it out when you get there. But they are first come, first serve. That's what I wanted to get across. But yeah, very excited to show those off. Really cool. We'll also have some Starstruck merch, keychains, and stickers for that as well as Starstruck prints. And then also, yeah, we might be doing that shirt, the Panchico shirt. I'm gonna see how many I can bring to MomoCon. We will see how many I can print out by the time we go to MomoCon. I'm hoping to have maybe like 2 or 3 of each size, because I don't know how they're gonna sell. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be taking a very limited quantity, but that will be available after MomoCon online. So don't worry, you will.
Yes, another exclusive item, limited edition for now. There at the con, but so
it'll be there after the con. It'll be online after the con. Get your hands on it first at the con. So yeah, that's going on. Excited to see you guys. Yeah, hopefully my energy is up by May. And yeah, we're really excited to see you. We're gonna go for like another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Guys, get us up to 75 views. Have us hit 75 so we can coast into the hundreds again like we did last time, please. That was crazy. Jack and I were talking about this last time, but I think we got like 120 views on the last stream we did in stream, which is insane for us. We never cross 100 views, and like today, I just don't think it's gonna happen in the next 15 minutes. But I was so stunned, and like that was fine enough. We're like, oh, cool, we'll hit like 175, and then that'll be it. We hit nearly 700 views on the last stream, and I don't know why.
I don't know why.
We've been doing this one drawing for 3 weeks, or Jack has been doing this one drawing for 3 weeks, and it just keeps. I don't know. It just did really well. So somebody had mentioned that it was Women's Day on the in the stream, so perhaps that's why they were drawing 2 girls hanging out. That was kind of cool. But also,
Gorillas. I was gonna say we talked about Gorillas House of Kong spoilers on the stream, so I don't know if that was part of it as well. I don't know what else we were talking about. I don't know. Just something within the algorithmic ether just like picked us up, I guess, and I don't know what. You know,
yeah, it's interesting because I think we're still doing pretty good. Like usually I think we end at like 45, so we're almost at 70. So like we're still doing like better than we usually do. But last time was this weird anomaly, and I don't know what happened. But I'm noticing that I'm keep getting comments of people saying like, "Oh, I was searching for something else and I got brought here." So that means something's hitting, dude. Like I don't know, man. I think we're on the cusp of something big. I hope so. I hope we're kind of starting to click with the algorithm. We have consistency going every Sunday, so I'm hoping maybe that's helping with everything. So yeah, whatever it is, I'm happy to accept it. But it was just very bizarre to see it fly beyond our usual view count by like times 6 or something. Like that was kind of insane. So if you guys can make that happen again, do it, please. We like the views. We like we want to get monetized. We want to do stuff with this. That would be really nice. I mean, I'm not counting on it necessarily because YouTube is funky, but hey, if you can make it happen, make it happen. Share this with friends. Tell friends to come to the stream and hang out with us. We appreciate the views. I think we were at like 7 was our top today, which is pretty good, but we're still trying to crack like into like if we can get like 20 people watching us per stream, that would be pretty dope, honestly. Like we'll see. Well, I was gonna say either way, you know, we'd be still streaming. We're obviously going to be still streaming every Sunday or so anyway, whatever the. Yeah, no, we're not going to stop just because we're not hitting a certain amount of viewers for sure. No, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm begging for views or whatever, but it was just a really cool thing to see people come together and enjoy our streams. That was really nice, and we would like to continue that, and we want to keep building the community and showing you guys awesome cartoons. So you know, like we're gonna keep having more and more and more, so it's exciting. But yeah, I'm excited for MomoCon. I'm excited of poor JC is gonna trip on those shoelaces. I am excited for I'm excited just to meet a bunch of different people at MomoCon. I know. I mean, kind of looking at the guest list, I was really kind of amazed by who we have coming this year. It's
I was going to ask actually, who else is there that you're eager to check out?
Well, we have got the team behind Knights of Guinevere coming, including Dana Terrace and the voice actors from that show. We've got, I believe, Glitch will be there as well. But then, like, you know, some of my favorite voice actors, Kari Wahlgren's going to be there. She's like easily like a top 5 voice actor for me. Sungwon Pro ZD will be there. If you like your Pro ZD comedy, definitely come down and Pro ZD if you like Pro ZD, just come down and see him. I'm just like, do you like his comedy? I'm like, no, he just seems like a cool person in general. I don't know why I'm minimizing
Pro ZD comedy.
The Pro ZD comedy. If you like your comedy Pro ZD style.
Not gonna lie, cool. if it's Pro ZD comedy, like Pro ZD comedy show, I would go watch it. Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
that,
no, absolutely, absolutely. If you did some stand up, I would absolutely go watch it.
yeah.
No, Prozidi will be there. Paul Dini, one of the minds behind Batman, the animated series, and all the DCAU stuff will be there. Tracy Butler from oh my god, I'm losing my mind.
Like a
cat,
daisy. Like a daisy.
like a daisy. Thank you. I was like the cat show. No, I like it. He's really cool. Tom Ruger, another guy from the Tiny Toons and that Steven Spielberg crew. From Warner Brothers, Sherry Stoner, very famous voice actress. I'm just kind of going through some of my faves in here. There were other people who were gonna be here. Oh, I thought they said Wang was gonna be here, Justin Wang, but no, that's not him. I got excited. I was like, whoa, I love Wang stuff. Oh, geez. I'm losing my mind. Who else is here? Like a bunch of the Digital Circus crew is gonna. I know I said Glitch, but like the Digital Circus voice actors are gonna be there. Is Gooseworks gonna be here? I didn't see Gooseworks on here.
I don't.
Yeah, Jake Neutron. If you're a fan of his music, will be there. I like his stuff. It's really cool. But yeah, just a lot of cool people. I don't see Gooseworks. Oh, Solid JJ. I love his stuff. He's really funny. Have you seen Solid JJ stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I remember like seeing his old like Three Stooges stuff. Like that's how old of a fan I am in the day.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of cool people. I was just going over some of the ones that I really like I'm a huge fan of. So definitely come down and see a lot of people. Oh my god, my brain is slipping. But yeah, no, just a really strong lineup this year. If you want to come down to MomoCon. Hopefully, Jack, maybe, who knows? Maybe next year if we do it again, we can get you to come out.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah. I mean, it'd be my first time in America in general, probably, if that was ever the case. But you know, I would absolutely love to come.
I think Atlanta would be an awesome place for you to come to too, because that's where Adult Swim is.
Oh yeah, sick! I would love that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe at a certain point during the day this year, we're probably going to close down the booth for like 2 hours, and we'll head out to go see the Adult Swim offices like on a Thursday or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I would be really excited to do that. That would be really fun. But yeah, no, just a lot of cool things happening. And then, of course, you know, like working hard on this episode of Failing Upward. You'll see bits from that soon. Jack, we were kind of talking about what else we can do for videos on the page, and I'm still kind of in the idea of like how to draw certain characters. I think like I know Disney kind of does that too right now with like their animated series where they have like this is how you draw this character or whatever.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if people are really interested in that, we can definitely give it a try. Definitely.
Yeah, that's only encouraging fan art, which we would love. We have a little it's funny, Ahmad made a how to draw failing upward characters the failing upward way. It's a wonderful breakdown chart that maybe I'll post again at some point, but it's really cool. It's really cool. But yeah, I think how to draw characters could be really fun for this. Honestly, even just a stream that could be really fun. Then we clip the stream and make it a video.
Sure.
I think that could be really cool. And then you could show all the different outfits Sabrina wears.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's that's such a niche detail that I care about so much for some reason. It's like Sabrina has to have a new outfit in almost every episode. We forgot to do it last episode, but this episode she's got another new outfit. I'm gonna check off the sheet in terms of like, well, which one have we not done yet? We'll do that one because that's the one. Yeah. So, I mean, if you notice, they're all based upon like obviously, I think it was like what episode.
One of them is the Haruko outfit from FLCL.
Absolutely, yep, that's it. Yeah, they're all like reference to like some kind of like either some character or just some kind of like
fashion
craze, from back in the day. Yeah. So
the grunge one might be my favorite actually. I like the grunge Sabrina a lot.
Which episode was that? Was that in the?
Have we done the grunge Sabrina yet?
Was that in the flannel jacket or?
The flannel, yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first one I animated. Yeah, that was that we did that one. Yeah.
Not the first episode with Sabrina?
Yeah. I think yeah.
No way. Really? Hang on.
Yeah. You can go check yourself. Yeah.
I thought we did the black dress first.
Black
I
dress.
forget. I'm getting so old. I'm forgetting like my show. Whoa, geez. Okay, so I had the volume on there. Yeah, it is the first one. Oh my god. Yeah, not 9 did this one.
Yes,
9
9
got
did
to
the.
Sabrina first.
Yeah. Well, I did the keyframes and he adapted them. So and I
That's
did the
right. That's
coloring.
correct. That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Once
did the
again,
coloring.
forgetting details, important details.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a long ago, so I don't blame you.
JC is really about to get a Capri Sun. I'm serious. She's about to get a Capri Sun and a Danimal yogurt cup, and then she's gonna beg for her mom to take her to Pizza Hut.
That, I mean, that's exactly the intention. We're definitely gonna add some. I'm gonna try and like replicate kind of like gonna go for those very old like Kodak, photos.
Oh yeah,
back in the day. So
have I ever shown you that commercial? It's a Kodak commercial, and like a kid is trying to take a picture of Santa, and then the Santa just takes a picture of himself, and it's like the scariest picture. I think I did show you this one. Because I feel like I posted it as like a Merry Christmas like in the chat like years ago.
I feel like I think you did. I mean, that one's isn't it technically a classic, or am I thinking of another Christmas one that's kind of like the same vibe?
I'd have to look. Hang on.
Okay.
Happy Holidays. Maybe I said Happy Holidays. Probably Happy Holidays. I tried to do that. I don't know where I would have posted this. Huh. I know the commercial, but I don't remember where I would have posted it. But I could have sworn I posted it in here. 2016. Oh my god, Jack. Oh my god, 10 years ago.
Don't. No way. No way we're in this Discord for 2016. Wow.
Yep, 2016. 2016.
I mean, we are technically coming up to, I guess, the anniversary of.
Well, it's so funny because like we assembled the team in 2016, but we didn't really start working on it till like late 2017, I would say.
Yeah, we tried to establish. Yeah.
A lot of it was just Jack, you tried some takes on the characters, and then Nathan had tried some takes on the characters, and then Ahmad was like, let me try a take, and then I was like, that's it. Yeah. Like, let's go with that. And then from there we were able to kind of do everything, and it worked out much better.
Yeah.
But I some of these are wonderful. Oh my god, 2019, maybe I just want to see if this thing still exists. And I could have sworn I posted it in here. Do you kind of have a vague recollection of what I'm even talking about, by the way?
Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, it was either maybe it was on your Instagram as well. I don't know. Maybe did you share it on your Instagram, or it was like a one-off?
I don't remember.
I remember you seeing. Or was it on your Twitter? Maybe on your Twitter.
It was on. I just think it was in the chat. I'm fairly certain, but I'm not seeing it, so maybe not. But yeah. If I can find it, I'll post it later. And
no worries.
Yeah. FLCL mentioned. Yeah, I mean, come on, like one of the best shows of all time, like easily one of the best shows of all time. Somebody said, I like how Edmund said, I like how every time Gary talks about commercials, they come off as nightmare fuel. Yeah, I mean, some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them are total nightmare fuel. Did we see any in the commercials? Jack, when we do the UK commercials, are there any you would consider nightmare fuel?
Oh boy. I mean, oh gosh, I think of like scary commercials, like all adverts from over here. I think of like, maybe. I mean, maybe there's I think of like a sweet commercial that was kind of like that, because obviously it was like promoting their scary. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like there was like a sweet, sweets or like horror theme and stuff like that, and it had like some horror elements of it in itself. Although I might get confused with another like a TV show called Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, just stop motion as well.
Yeah.
I'll have to dig for it. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll find some on the way once we do my commercial.
I was
commercial showcase.
thinking about the only UK commercial I'm super familiar with was that there was a very unfortunate advertising campaign from Kia Ora, which is a soft drink brand you have in the UK. Do you know what I'm talking? Was it in Australia? Oh, it was in Australia, or I thought it was a UK ad. I might be wrong here.
Oh, okay.
It was manufactured in Ireland up until 2019. Oh, so no, it was. It's an orange. I think it's a fruit soft drink brand, like an orange soda. That had animated commercials, but they kind of took. It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
They took. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, and people didn't even bat an eye for the longest time. You know,
because this was referenced on Spaced, and then I looked it up, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't think. I think unfortunately, like that was just. That's something that like America kind of realized, and then the rest of the world, it took like a second to kind of come around to it. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those cultural things. But I looked it up. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, and a very unfortunate ad campaign. I was just like, it's a shame how well animated it is because,
yeah. I think about also we had a juice box, or rather we had like a literal like juice cartons product called Umongo. But granted, all the characters on it were like animals and stuff like that, and like a really catchy advert as well for it. But of course, the problem was that it was called Umongo, so it didn't unfortunately. Which is a shame because actually, ironically, I did like the flavor of that, but you know, unfortunately, with a name like that.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020, unfortunately. We're just about at 75. That's where I kind of wanted to end today. 74.
Sweet.
I'll take it. That's fine.
Nice.
Is this pretty much done?
Yeah, I'm gonna add some like additional effects and stuff to make it like proper Kodak quality. Maybe add some different, like some extra shading and stuff like that. But I think this is pretty much the base right now of what we had. I did the background earlier on, so it's like obviously the sidewalk here, and obviously they're playing on the road safely. I guess it's some kind of cul-de-sac they used to live in anyway. So, yes, so it's along those lines anyway. So, but yeah, I'll add some extra details to it, and then we could post it online a bit later, but we'll maybe have to see it in this show in the new episode first. So, yeah. So, but this is pretty much. I think I'm so glad I changed the shirt for Piper. It's scarred me for life. Sorry.
Oh man, I am just thinking now. I would totally watch a show of Super Guy. Like I feel like he needs to do another one of the Superman dub with Family Guy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just too perfect. Peter's voice against Superman's face. Something just works about it, and I don't know what it is. But he tapped into something like crazy, and now I need more of it.
Would he, if he like maybe do like something on the Justice League, and then maybe like the Flash would be Quagmire, the Green Lantern,
totally.
Green Lantern would be, Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah.
It's running itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to see this. I definitely need to see this. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming out. Yeah, did pretty good on views today. Very happy with what we ended up getting. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yep.
We'll see you again next Sunday. Oh yeah, I should just say that before I leave. So yeah, we'll do a stream next Sunday. The Sunday after is going to be after my surgery, so I doubt I'll be around. And if I am, I'm going to sound very tired, and Jack's probably going to do most of the talking. But I think I'm going to take an off week.
Okay.
But after that, I think maybe the Sunday after that we should be okay. I'll keep Jack in the loop, and we'll keep you guys in the loop as well.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. But I mean, you guys can survive an off week, right? If we ever did an off week, we'll come back the next week. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
right?
totally,
right?
totally.
Yeah. Then I'll channel lapses.
Oh, we hit 75. Perfect. By the way.
Great.
Yeah, awesome.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Or wonderful rest of your weekend, or a wonderful upcoming week. And yeah, we'll see you next Sunday.
All right. See you next Sunday, everyone. Thanks for coming. Take care.